If your planning system feels off lately, like you're just not getting enough traction, your instinct might be to switch up your planner or your task manager. But usually it's not the tool. It's the way that we end up interacting with it. In this video, I'm going to show you a few ways to reduce friction without switching your tools. The fastest way that I know to do this is to look at less at one time. Strategy 1, reduce what's visible. This showed up for me recently in my task manager. I had one big list. Everything in it was technically valid, but it was too much to look at all at once. I pulled out a smaller today-ish list and gave it a hard cap. I wasn't trying to optimize. I was shrinking the container until my brain was willing to use it. I tried 20, then 15, and eventually it landed at 10. I just kept going until it felt comfortable. I also did a couple more passes and made a few more lists until each one wasn't overwhelming. I did think about switching apps, but I did make this work in OmniFocus, my task manager of choice. I'm going to call it my Goldilocks setup. First I was too small, then I went too big, so I'm going to hope that this one is just right. Back from some dog chaos. Strategy 2, flex the definition of done. The second place I'm able to reduce friction is by changing the way I think of done. This is especially true for ongoing stuff, upkeep, maintenance, all the day-to-day life stuff. Usually my tasks don't look like clean the kitchen because it's so big I would never check it off. I would argue with myself whether I had actually done enough, and it would just never get cleared. What I do instead is I'll just include a couple of the tasks that are included, and I'll usually do more than I write, but never anything I would consider done if I was trying to clean the whole kitchen. I encountered this from another perspective the other day. I'm keeping a list of what I've completed, and under upkeep, I wrote cleaned kitchen. And then I hesitated because did I mop the floor? No. Did I clean all the appliances? No. Is it textbook clean kitchen? Absolutely not. But I still felt like I cleaned the kitchen. And this kind of goes along with what the systems like FlyLady, Sidetracked Home Executives, and Clean Mama say, where, you set a time to do something and you just do as much as you can. Trying to embrace things like that, just not quite working the way I would thought. But this time, I feel good about the way the kitchen looks. I spent time doing it, and I'm very pleased that I feel good saying I cleaned the kitchen. I want progress to count. I wanted to highlight this comment I got that's got me thinking in different ways. Phoenix Evolution suggested that she works with different layers of done, and that fits right in here. So I am thinking on it, haven't quite embraced it all yet, but it's on my radar. Strategy 3 and 4 are woven together, a couple stories that are also woven together. Bring the finish line closer and choose your wording. I started out saying that the next place I wanted to talk about friction was with time, but the wording came up as well. Sometimes the reason things aren't getting done isn't because they're hard, but because the finish line feels too far away. And for me, that's often enough to keep me from getting started. I've been experimenting with changing project names and scopes, especially for things that have hung around for far longer than they should have. One example is getting my teeth cleaned. Now, this is a little embarrassing, and it's something I took for granted my whole life, but now that I live in a small town, it's surprisingly difficult to make this happen. Though, I've also probably done my fair share of avoiding it. The thing I cared about and the thing I was naming were also sometimes out of alignment, though. Finding a dentist, seeing a dentist, making a dental appointment, those weren't the outcomes that I cared about. I cared about clean teeth. And for my fellow rule followers, I'd always heard that we should name our tasks with verbs, words of action, and to name our projects with their completed state. This was a way of motivating you to get to that outcome state. I've bounced back and forth with this over the past year, but I found that naming things as completed does not work for me. Thus, teeth cleaned and teeth cleaning appointment set also both failed. So why did get teeth cleaned fail when another project worded like that worked when I finally got it worded like that? The other project is get toilet fixed. I knew that with the toilet issue, Monday I would call a plumber, and I was fairly confident that by week's end, my toilet would be fixed. And also that the parade of trips to the hardware store for purchases and returns would finally stop. But on the teeth cleaning project, experience has shown me that this would not be the case. Besides having to inquire about changes in our insurance, I knew that many of the local dentists were not accepting new patients, and I had to also figure out who took our insurance. Plus, once I finally did book an appointment, I knew it was going to be months before I'd actually get in. This past Monday, I did the research on the insurance company website. I did some chat with the insurance company. I found the list of dentists that many said they were taking new patients. 3 phone calls in to the ones that said they were taking new patients. I finally found one that actually was, and now I have an appointment 2 months away. And that's good. I can check that appointment. I can check that project off. If I had the project written as get teeth cleaned, it'd be sitting out there for 2 months incomplete. But set teeth cleaning appointment, done. Monday, I also called the plumber, and by Tuesday at 10 a.m., the toilet, along with the kitchen faucet, were both fixed. Outsourcing for the win. Point being, once I both moved the finish line closer and had the outcome aligned with what I actually wanted to get done, effort started to count again. This shows up in bigger ways too, like moving from annual planning to quarterly to seasonal. Sometimes it's even simpler than that. Sometimes it's what would count by Friday. I need to think about which kind of time container will keep my attention and keep progress moving forward. Both shorter time frames and titles aligned with outcomes are helpful in this. They remove friction. None of these moves are about fixing your planning system. They're about making things workable for you, a real person at a real moment in time. When planning feels off, the answer isn't always a new tool or a different setup. Sometimes it's just changing what's in front of you, what counts as done, or what you call the finish lines and how far out they are from you. That's not failure. Systems evolve by responding to friction. I've been thinking about this sort of thing a lot lately, and especially having to do with when the containers themselves are doing too much. So over here, if I've finished up something else on that, it'll be over there. And until then, you'll find some other things hopefully you'll like. Thanks.